Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Holler with me, Herd37. So I've been having problems, you probably saw in my videos of having my display driver crash and everything, and I've been talking with EVGA. They don't seem to think it's a driver problem or that the video card's going bad. I probably do. But I said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and just reinstall everything. So I've wiped out the computer, I've reinstalled everything, reinstalling FSX. And hopefully that's fixed it. And now we have a couple jobs. We're actually down here in Melbourne, Australia, and we're going to be flying up to, I believe first we're going to go to Batam and then Singapore, which is just right on past it. I'll show you this. It's a long flight. It's over 3,200 miles, nautical miles. See, we landed right there, and then Singapore is right over here. I have scenery for Melbourne. I also have a small one for Singapore. However, the one I have for Singapore is WSAP, which is the actual passenger one. And I believe this is WSAP. I believe that's like, used to be their international one until they built the new one. I think this is controlled by the military or something, maybe? I don't know. And as you can see, we're going to be way overweight. And that actually is a little bit, I'll show you this. All right. See, 3,240. It's actually a little bit further than that. Actually wrote it down because when you add the SID and the stars, it's actually 3,283. So it is further than that. And as you can see with the fuel, we can go 3,677. So we're basically got 400 extra miles. And I don't know, because we usually use more fuel than it actually says. It seems to be. Alright, fragile cargo. By the way, if my volume and things sound weird, it's because I reinstalled it and I'm still gotta probably have to work on the audio and video and stuff like that. Alright, let's pick something here where we're gonna gate. Do we have like a cargo? There's one right here. Ramp 5. Is there any other cargo? I don't see any other cargo. Alright, but we'll pick that and let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the airport. Too many views so on that, the 747. This airport is by Orbex. Really nice airport. I used this in one of the intro videos back in the day too. By the way, we're back in DX9. I'm not sure if I'm going to go DX10 or not. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hit Control E. We're going to start up that way. It's going to be a long flight. So let's go ahead up here. Turn on some things. Beacon and nav. I'll go ahead and turn the logo on as well. As soon as it starts up, I'm going to turn that APU off. I don't want to waste any fuel. We need like every drop we can get. Alright, so for FMC, we are at Melbourne, which is YMML. Where is it? Right beside it. Alright. And we're going YMML. So I guess was it Batam or whatever that was? WIDD. That's right there. And we're going to be taking off on runway 16. So put that in there. Go ahead and activate that. Alright. Runway 16. And our SID is going to be kept at 8. Right there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that in. I'll see now, it took this off, so we gotta... I've been having problems with that. It sometimes taking that off, and it's been screwing me up. When I was been testing some flights, I've noticed that. Because then the LNAV hasn't been working. I'm just like, what the heck? I don't know why that keeps taking that off. Let's see. We will be landing on runway 4, ILS 4, and the star on that, there is no star. Let me make sure of that. Yeah, there is no star. Because the stars were all started way too far away. And it just made no sense. Actually go to the menu. Where's my menu button? There we go, performance. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go and do the fuel and the cargo, so I'll be right back. Alright everybody, got a little bit of a problem. As you can see, got it right at about the weight. Weight is actually supposed to be 196,047. So we're a little short on that, and you can see it's only let me have 313,000 pounds, where we're actually supposed to have 316. So I'm going to take a little bit of this out, because Air Hauler thinks that we have this much fuel, so I'm going to just go that way. And if we didn't do this, I'm not even sure if we would make it. I don't know what 3,000 pounds is as far as our range goes, how that would affect us. With this 829. By the way, when I exited, I went ahead and shut off the APU, just so you know. 316, 829, that's what we got on our fuel. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on back over to the plane. Alright, back down here to the FMC. You can see our fuel's now at 317. Let's go ahead and zero fuel weight. Reserves, I'll put 5% reserves. Cost index, we're going to have to go something low. Let's do like 20. I don't know how low you can go, but we're going to do like 20. I'm not sure if we can get up to 34,000, 36,000. Yeah, so we're going to go with 32,000. The higher you go is supposedly more fuel efficient, so that's not good for us either. Might as well do a derated takeoff. That could help a little bit with fuel. Can we go down 15%? We've already done our departure route, so these won't get deleted. We'll go ahead and put 10 degrees on the flaps. Alright, 188 is our V2, so I'll go ahead and put that in. I want to get this thing off the ground as soon as possible, because we're sitting here burning fuel. Alright, let's run down to here. 6. Alright. So let's check our legs. We have to put a few things in here. Alright, there should probably one more, at least one more. Then above all, I think this is the next one. See, I don't know, then hold up above all. Alright, I didn't see the runway 04, alright. 240, well, that's awfully quick. We need to go in to the approach. 183, well, that'll be much slower when we actually get there and burn all this fuel off. 240, so I'm going to go ahead, well, I'll go ahead and change at least this one, 200 to 1800 or above. I'll put that at 1800. And then we've got a while, so alright, we'll go ahead and accept that. Just want to check one other thing. Okay, so there's a fix. And there's 2 of those, I'm not sure why. I don't know if I should have even done the fix, to be quite honest. Because it does have its own way. Let's go over to plan. I'm going to have to hate that. Let's go step by step. Alright, so we've got this right here. I need to check that out. Should probably do this in the air, so we're not sitting here wasting fuel. Alright, so that's not actually the problem, that's the go around. We can probably take the fix out. So we come over here, and I put the fix in, but we probably don't actually need that. Because you can see the fix is right over by it. I just want to make sure that we came back on track. Alright, so let me get rid of this. Where is our fix? Right here. Now let's check this out one more time. Yeah, that'll work. That's good. Like I say, I want to get this thing off the ground. Turn on the flight director. We're going to 32,000. Actually, let's do that as we're pushing back. We're at runway 6. Taking off at runway 6. No, not. It was 16. So we need to be over here. So we're at the, like, of course, the other end of the runway. So we need our nose going left. We'll use just the standard FSX pushback. As we get this going, 32,000 feet. I'm really worried we're not going to have enough fuel. And it's going to suck if we don't, because I'm not going to find out till the very end of this very long flight. So that's not good for me. Come on, 32,000. Alright, our heading, let's just put it at 160. I don't know the exact heading of the runway. Alright, 160 right there. Reset the altimeter. Let's go ahead and turn on TCAS. Tilts above. Brakes going RTO. Put these both on auto. Or seatbelts. Sorry, auto. We need to come up above, get the window heat on, yaw damper, trim air. Turn the wing lights on. I thought you only had to do the wing lights at certain times. Like if you had to check something out. Alright, stop our pushback right here. Turn our taxi light on. That one right there. I really want to redo this view. The 747, man. It's got me over to the side again. Alright, I'm going to take it real easy on the throttles, which I usually don't do. On the taxiing, let's go ahead and arm LNAV and VNAV. So I completely erased the computer. Like I said, I reinstalled FSX, and I did it a little different because instead of, like normally what I do is I install FSX and I put on everything, like every plane that we've got, every bit of scenery, I put like everything on it. And I decided not to do that this time. I'm actually, let me just check one thing. Let's see what our frame rate is. Look at that frame rate is up to 27. I increased the density and everything as well, and as you can see, we're getting a great frame rate at a PMDG plane with the scenery on and everything, like third-party scenery. I like that. Like that a lot. We need to go straight across. So I'm really happy because we were at London. I was gonna spell it out, EGL or whatever. When we were at Heathrow, we were getting like 18 frames a second. And now you can see I'm up to 26. Like, that's a huge difference. I think part of it is because this is a fresh install, but I also think because I got so much stuff off of there. Yeah, all we have right now is FSX, the meshes, because I do need the meshes all on there. On the other hard drive, they're not on the SSD. They're way too big to be on an SSD. I have Australia from Orbex installed and a Singapore airport, because I thought we were going to go to that Singapore airport, and then realized it's a different one. I need to redo EZDok as well with this because it's not loading up cinema. The way it moves around, it's flying around. But yeah, instead of just loading everything on there, I got our PMDG 747, the MD-11, and there's no reason to put all those planes on there because we don't use them. Like the Baron, the B-58, I don't use. We've got so many add-on aircraft. Why put them on there if we're not going to use them? So if I ever fly them, I'll put them on there and then maybe take them off after I'm done flying it, stuff like that. Same thing with the scenery. I'll wait until we actually get there. I could put on the Orbex sceneries. I don't have a problem with that. But all the other add-ons, man, it's pointless to install them until I'm actually going to use them. Where is this our runway? It's got to be that. Because I was looking at, I think it is to our left. Yes, it is to our left. So that's got to be it. I'm just really worried about this fuel. I don't think I've ever taxied this slow. As you can see, we're already down almost 2,000 pounds on the fuel. So I guess that 3,000 pounds that I was talking about won't really matter. It's what? Start up and a little bit of taxiing. That's how much it's worth. Is that the end over here? Probably. This isn't good. We gotta stop here. Yeah, I'm amazed that we're getting that high on the frame rates because, like, I used to have it the density as dense, I think, and then autogen is a little bit lower, or maybe it was very dense and dense for the autogen. But I've turned it up to extremely dense or whatever, the highest we can get. And I turn up the texture quality as well. So, man, I'm actually running it harder, and we're actually getting much better frame rates, which is encouraging. Now, I have to remember to save this thing before we take off, because just in case it's not fixed, I've done a couple test flights, not very long, just to see if the thing would crash again. And it hasn't yet, thank God. Although, like, I realized sometimes it did crash and sometimes it didn't, which was very confusing. It was also confusing because I was doing stress tests on the video card and I never had a problem. It wouldn't crash then either. So I don't know. Maybe there was just something weird. I tried like 3 different video drivers and I don't know. I don't know what the heck was going on. Like I said, I had that problem before, and it was the video card, because I replaced it, and it was fine, but EVGA didn't seem to think it was that, so maybe they were right, maybe they were wrong. I don't know. I did different video drivers, and I don't know. And the guy was like, because he asked me what games I was having problems with, and I said FSX, and it crashed once on me on City Skylines as well. And he's like, well, FSX is... I think he said like quite long in the tooth and blah blah blah. And it's like, man, I know, but I've been playing it without any problems, so I don't think that's the problem, is his age and everything. He said he had played City Skylines. He said he hadn't had any real problems either. It crashed on a couple times when exiting to the desktop, but it doesn't have anything to do with the video driver. It wouldn't cause the video driver to start and stop. Alright, here we are, finally at runway 16. Alright, I'm gonna pause it for a second and fix EZDok. Be right back. Alright, I fixed it. As you can see, it moves differently now. Alright, Let's go ahead and put our landing lights on. Strobe as well. Flaps to 10. I'll go ahead and arm the auto throttles. Of course, I forgot it moves me again. We'll go ahead and get on there. Might as well do a rolling takeoff, I think. Although the flaps may not be extended by then, actually. So might have to do one from a normal takeoff. Alright. Get lined up right here. I'm not sure how much runway we're gonna need. We are, jammed full. Alright. Alright, the flaps are now extended. Let's get out of here. Alright, stabilize, rev them up. Toga. Save as much fuel as we can. Although it's still, engines are... N1 is still 97.8. I think if you go full blast, it gets up around 113, so it's not a huge difference. But if it saves us some fuel, good. Because we need it. Just gotta get up to speed. End of the runway is getting close.
V1.
Come on.
Rotate. V2.
We didn't have a ton to spare. Positive rate gear up. I'll put the minimums to radio. Let's check out the scenery. Autopilot's on. Let's check it out. It's Orbex scenery, airport and surrounding. Man, that is really nice, is it not? That's beautiful. Check out some other stuff. Man, oh day, that's nice. Like I say, I also upped the texture quality. Alright. Flaps are going to 5. Turn the gear off. It's getting quite loud again. The other day before I took everything off, I lowered the sound on the packs. I need to put those back in. Just so it's not so blaringly loud. Turning back around. And I tell you, that scenery is just freaking beautiful. I love it. Alright. It's about watching for the flaps. Put it to 1. I don't want her to climb too fast because I don't want to burn too much fuel. I tell you, man, it looks beautiful out there. Really happy too. Check this frame rate again. Oops, wrong button. It's holding up there. Alright, flaps are coming up. We'll go ahead and turn the taxi light off too. I can't. Yeah, I can. Right there. Well, with that, everybody, everything is looking good. It's going to be a long flight, so I need to get to speeding this thing up. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, and I will be back in just a bit. By the way, before I do that, you can see we're not climbing all that fast like we usually do. We're so loaded down. Although, well, now it's starting to increase. Alright, everybody, be back in just a bit. Alright, everybody. So we're crossing up on 16,000 feet. And we have plenty of fuel. Although it is giving me a fuel tank warning. Not sure what that's all about. Let's go to our FMC and get our landing speeds. Let's move down, what, 25 knots? To 158. It's 158, we can slow down. It's probably... bring that down to like 190 at 1,800 feet. There we go. We got 13 miles till we need to be at 9,000 feet. I wish we could descend a little bit quicker. It was hesitant earlier. I don't know why, but it was a little hesitant. Kept at the same altitude instead of descending. I don't know why. Like we had all kinds of time to get down. I don't know. Make sure we are... yeah, we're at normal speed. I don't know if we're going to need the speed brake, so I haven't armed the spoilers yet. Auto brakes are set at 2. So really, we're pretty much set. Can't remember our speed. Was it 158? Gotta try and remember that. Yeah, see, I think it's because of the speed that's doing that. Because, yeah, in 7 miles, we're supposed to be at 9,000 feet. So we're 3,500 over, but as you can see, descending pretty rapidly. Wish I could... I thought you could bring the FMC up. Apparently not. Be nice if you could. Alright, coming up on 10,000 feet. I don't think the engines are revving up. It's pretty much idle. Alright, 9,000 feet and 2 miles. So we're pretty much on it. Alright, 9,000 feet, sorry, past 10,000 feet, so landing lights go on. Alright, I guess it doesn't with the speed brake, and now the engines are revving up, so we need to get rid of it. Alright, so we need to be down to 1,800 feet, but we've got 31 miles in which to do so. So we should be pretty good. Since we've got a ways to go at that 30 miles, let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. You can see the sun's coming down. It's taking a really long time. It's taken me almost 2.5 hours real time. So this is a really long flight. I think we had one from like Washington DC to Paris, which was pretty long, but even that was not this long. So we'll go up to, was that CFG? And then make a right turn. Or CFO, I guess, is CFO4. And 19 miles, which we need to be at 1,800 feet. So I'll go ahead and arm the spoilers. So hopefully we will not need that speed brake. Let's bring this range down. Getting close to that right turn. I'm gonna go put it at right there. And the heading of the runway is 041. So go ahead and set that. So when we make that our turn to the right, The runway comes up pretty close. As you can see, once again, we're not... See, we need to be at 1,800 feet, and we're way too freaking high. Stupid thing. FFO4, we're supposed to be at 1,500 feet. This thing really needs to get down. I'm gonna cut the auto throttles. We need to descend. I don't know why... I did a flight yesterday to Miami, just testing it out, and it did the same thing there. We were brought me in way too freaking high. Flaps are coming out. So we're over 5,000 feet, and here in a mile we need to be at 1,500 feet. I mean, come on. And it says unable to do next altitude. That's because you've been screwing around. Stupid plane. Get down. This needs to be at 158. I guess technically 163. The extra 5. To the localizer. I'm having a feeling we might have to go around. The approach hold. Yeah, look. The runway's in 3 miles and we're 2,500 feet too high or whatever. Higher than that. We're over 4,000. Look, that's the runway right there. I mean, come on now. Let's bring this back up. We gotta go around. Stupid thing. Kill the autopilot. Get that off. Right, 3,500. Get that 3,500. Let's speed this up and get our flaps. Take this up to 200. Alright, so I had a feeling that was going to happen. That's why. There we go. Helps if you hit the speed again. Unreal. Stupid, stupid thing. Yeah, I don't, like I said, it did this to me yesterday when I was doing a test flight. So I'm going to put flaps to 1 because we are technically supposed to have some flaps out. Can't see much. That doesn't help. Go back out and around. That's just really annoying, you know? Like, you can tell that we're just coming in way too high, but it's like the plane doesn't want to make the change. I don't get it. Actually, I'm going to take this down to 3,000 feet. Actually, make it 2,800 just to make sure we're low enough. We're not going to have a problem again. That's just ridiculous. Alright, let me check, make sure everything is still... Look how the view has moved back. I don't get that. And you can see it's like moving right now. This isn't at all what we needed. During the flight, my view had moved to the left and was lined up correctly. Now it's back over to the right. Thank you, EZDok. It's a weird program, man. Weird program. Alright, let's bring our speed down to 190. Little fear of being too fast, although it's only, what, 200 to 163 is only 37 knots, but I think it's actually behind us. Can't see the airport. Alright, we can all... I don't know if... I think we should go a little bit past FF04. FF04 wanted us at like 1,500 feet. Come to think of it. So I've got it at 3,000, so I think we should actually take this down to 1,500. Then we'll go out just a little bit past FF04. Then we'll make a turn it back. Cut over just a little bit. Actually, it's probably a little too much. Put it 240. We'll come back around. So, I can't tell exactly how far we are past the runway. Luckily, we have so much fuel, man. Because like that's one thing I was worried about. If we didn't have much fuel and we had to go around, it was not going to be good. We took out that little 3,000 pounds of fuel, and in the end, that was like nothing. Didn't hardly make any difference at all. Alright, so I wanted to... need to turn this down. We've got to make our right turn here in just a second. But we've got about 2,000 feet to go. We'll slow this down a little bit to 180. Put the flaps to 10. Wish we'd descend a little bit better. We're on the glide slope right here. So I'm going to ease up on that. Because we're still going to go out a little more. We can start turning around. Heading towards the airport. We might be a little too close here. Yeah, we're probably going to end up a little off to the left. That's alright. I think we've got plenty of room. Let's go ahead and hold it. Let's fly to FF04. Whoops. Alright, so we're set at 1,500. Just descend slowly. 200 feet a minute. We are below the glide slope. It's getting dark in the cockpit, isn't it? Go ahead and hit the localizer. I'm not sure if LNAV and VNAV, do we have to arm those or not? Hit the localizer now. I won't cool the auto throttles off. See, we're still below the glide slope. There's it looks like our runway right there in the distance. Go ahead and drop the gear. Flaps down to 20. The yoke sticks up a little bit. drop that speed down as well. Let's go ahead and hit the approach hold. Hopefully it does not try to get us back up to it. Then end up with us diving towards it. Alright, gonna have to give it a little more throttle because it is going flattening out. I'm afraid it's gonna end up with us diving down. Roll out and flare. We've got it. Alright. It's a little bit hard to see. We're at 160. Alright, it's speeding up a little bit. Alright, we've got full flaps. I'm not going to mess with that. I probably should set it really, but it's alright. Yeah, now we're above it. Awesome. Awesome plane. I'll bring back the throttles just a little bit. Because if we dive down a little bit, we're going to end up speeding up too much. I'm trying to get it back down to 158. And I cannot kill the autopilot with my normal button. I don't know why. That was a mapping problem before, but it's not. I'm gonna give it just a little more throttle. We're slowing down a little too much. We're perfect on the glide slope. A little to the right.
Glide slope. 200. Glide slope.
Oh, we're a little left now.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't anything great. We were off to the side, I believe, as well. Alright, reversers are engaged.
80 knots.
You couldn't really hardly feel the reversers. It wasn't a great landing. Wasn't horrible, though, either. Looks like we've got a taxiway right here. Trying to hit these buttons and get to this as well. Taxi for takeoff options. No thanks. Looking for something different than that. I'm glad I didn't screw that up, man. Going this long a flight and then to screw up the landing would just be atrocious. Alright, I didn't go out far enough for that turn. Alright. Actually, hell, let's just park straight up there. Let's go for it. Should have done that earlier. Whoa, that doesn't look good at all, does it? Landing lights come off. Taxi on, strobe off. I'm not going to mess with the APU. Flight director, you can come off. People are back up. And we'll get our flaps retracted as well. Alright, we'll pull straight ahead. That works for me. Nothing better than that. By the way, you'll notice the clouds don't look bad, but flying around the clouds, if you remember the last couple episodes, I even talked about the clouds look so beautiful. And now that I've reinstalled it, I don't remember, because there's so many cloud textures to choose from, I can't remember what I had it on. And I was up in the clouds yesterday, I was like, man, these clouds don't look near as good. Almost there. Alright, we'll stop right there. Got the buzzsaw sound. So hit pause. And unpause it and it takes it off. Kind of weird. Glad I figured that out. How to make it stop doing that. So parking brake is on. Turn our taxi light off. since we're not going to mess with the electrical, the AP or anything, let's just go ahead and cut the fuel. Turn all the lights off. All this can go off. Alright. So everything's off. Well, I guess technically. Alright, so let's go ahead and move over to air hauler and we'll get paid. Alright, so we're at WID. That is our lighter cargo. So let's go ahead and unload that. And we get paid. I think that was the lower paying one. I can't remember. They both pay pretty good. One paid over $1 million though. And look, it says we could have gone 12, 21 more. Maybe that's because I put the cost index so low. I don't know. Because there's no way we should have that much left to go. Okay, so I'm going to save it here before we do the next one, just in case some crashes. At least I'll have this flight still. And what I'll do is we'll show the landing on that. I want to take a look at that. And then we'll come back to air hauler and we'll get started on the other flight, which is a short one. Alright, so be right back. Alright, here we are, everybody. Look, it's daytime now. Isn't how that happened. Yeah, I thought I would go back to daytime. That was a very, very long flight. Alright. Control E. We'll get it started up. Put our lights on, beacon, nav, logo. We'll go ahead and hit the wing as well. Alright, there we go. Got our screens. Our FMC. Let's make sure the parking brake is on. It is. But make sure. Alright. So FMC. We'll go over here. And we are at WIDD. Alright, so it's WIDD, and we're going to WSAP. WSAP. Where is it? There we go. We're going to be taking off on runway 22. Alright, so we'll activate that. Sorry about that. Hit that mic. Alright, so let's see if I don't hit 22. Oh, that's right, we don't have any. We're not using scissor stars. By the way, this flight is only like 18 miles. Well, 18 miles separates them, I guess. Well, I have to hit one of these runways. So, see, it took it off again. I don't know why I'm having to do that several times. It's kind of weird. Let's go over here, and we're going to be arriving on runway 2. So ILSO 2. There's literally like, well, I'm probably going to have to take that fix out just like I did on the last one. Let's actually, yeah, let's check that out real quick. Because I might have to take that out. Put that in plan. Alright, it's not really, because we're going to miss the fix anyway, so we can actually keep that. Alright. Go back up here and switch that out. Alright. So we'll just keep that fuel, to be quite honest, because that is basically what it was, I do believe. Reserves 10%. Cost index, we can go 70. Cruise altitude, I really don't know. It's like 17, 19. It's like 25 miles. It's, I mean, what, like 8,000 feet? I don't know, quite honestly. Unable cruise altitude. Now we could... You say that. What would... 1,500? Is that literally like the max? Because if we go out here all the way, it's 17 miles. I don't know what it's gonna want. Can we go like 2,500? I don't know. Right, well, it didn't tell me it couldn't do that one, but that could be because it already told me once. Flaps to 10. Got our V speeds here. Wow, 154. What was that first one, like 188 or something? It's 154. There we go, 154. And trim 4.8. It's basically what it's at now. That should be good enough. Let's see. Probably won't change much either. See, I don't like this 240 at all. Let's take that down. 175 at 1,500. There's just not enough room to come down that speed. I said we are taking off on runway 22. So we'll put this to 220. 22 is the other way, so let's go ahead and push back. So put this at 220. And air hauler thinks we're doing a little position flight because this thinks we're supposed to go from YMML down in Melbourne. Would I say 2,500 feet was our altitude? We only get to like 2,100 though. How about we just put it at 2,000 then? I don't know. We'll put it at 2,500, I guess. It's just a really odd flight because it's so short. We'll turn on the flight director, arm LNAV and VNAV. Just the altimeter, brakes and RTO, auto, TCAS. I'll just keep that. I won't actually put tilt above because we're just going to change it in a second anyway. Let's make sure and let's get this APU off. Upper and lower yaw damper, window heat, trim air. We're about to go in the grass, aren't we? Well, I don't know. Maybe there's actually a taxiway. I don't know. I don't know if we're in the grass or if that taxiway extends. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and stop it though. Alright, and we'll put on our taxi light. Feels like I'm forgetting something. We'll go ahead and taxi on over to the runway. I gotta say, coming in here, man, like, it just looked beautiful again. The scenery is just, it's like a whole new sim almost. Now, why we're getting texture issues right here, I have no idea. That's kind of odd, but like coming in here, like during the night, it looked fantastic, and taking off from Melbourne, it looked so. It just looked really, really good, man. The buildings and the scenery and everything. I just wish this wasn't happening. I don't know what that's all about. I'm gonna go ahead and put the flaps out to 10. Like, the scenery is chasing us. Or I should say, we are chasing the scenery. Apparently, this taxiway does not go all the way down. I think it does, but there are trees. That's not good. That's not good at all. We're gonna go over here and then turn around on the runway as well. I'm a little worried if I go down there that when our wings hit the trees, they could say could detect a crash or something. Alright. Should have just taken off the same way. We came in on runway 4. The winds have changed a little bit since I made the flight plans and everything. Oh well. Sounds like there's some weird sound out there. Yeah, well, I don't know what's up with this ground texture. That's really friggin' awkward. Sweet, we actually have an easy way to turn around. Just use these taxiways. Alright. I highly doubt that those houses are there. That could be. Be a terrible place to live. Although I guess there's probably not huge planes like us actually there. Could be, I guess. I can't remember the name. Batam or something, I think is where we are. I'm not really sure. I believe it. No, that's. I was gonna say I believe it's part of Indonesia, but I shouldn't say that because I'm not actually sure. Because Singapore is like, isn't it a city-state? And then, because I have scenery for Singapore because I was thinking about making a base, but then I have scenery for Kuala Lumpur. Both of them are kind of small, but I was like, I thought about making a base with either one. It's Kuala Lumpur being in Malaysia. I do know that because I checked that out. Landing lights on, strobe on. Arm the auto throttles. Get on the runway here. Might as well do a rolling takeoff. I don't see any reason not to. Alright. Man, it's got my views all messed up. Alright. Bench the throttles, we'll hit toga. Man, I've got the rudder and man, it's not really reacting much.
V1. Rotate.
Getting up in the air, quick. Alright, positive rate, gear up. Alright, so look where top of climb is. I've already put the flaps down to 5. I shouldn't have done that. Got a little ahead of myself. That taxi light. Alright. Get these flaps up as well. Alright, you can see we got the wind. I noticed on my last flight I didn't have the wind. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. When I started Opus up this time, I put the flight plan in there. Maybe that's why it did it, because it downloaded some information. So it's already got it. Man, it is like viciously loud in this cockpit. Alright, no reason I guess to speed it up or anything. What? Are we going to be landing runway 022? You can see our top of descent already on the screen. Come on. Need this heading real quick so I can start checking stuff out. Reset MCP altitude. We're going to be landing at 62 feet, so it needs to be at zeros. There's nothing to reset. Oh, it's already wants to descend? Wait, if this is top of descent though, I don't understand. Yeah, because at 8 miles, it's going to be at 2100 and 8 miles. I don't know why it said to reset that. Let's check our landing speed, by the way. Alright, 147. 147, gotta remember that. Man, it's like literally just a hop over to Singapore. So we're going to be skipping basically fix 1 a little bit. We've got to slow down a lot. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect these. Because it's going to be hard to slow down that quick. 2.9 miles, they can get down 65 knots. A little ridiculous. Flaps to 1. Flaps to 5. Should have turned the gear off. I think it's already... Nope, it doesn't. Thrust required. No, no thrust is required. Let's go ahead and arm the spoilers. I was going to say that scenery didn't look so good at first, but I can't really tell. It's a localizer. Its flaps go to 10. The approach hold. Alright, got the flaps coming in. Flaps are at 20. Auto brakes would help. To 2. Wow, look at that stadium. Maybe fake, but I don't know. It looks pretty damn good. Looks like an football stadium. Us American football stadiums. We are gonna hit the lights, it kinda looks like. What in the world? Full flaps. It says autopilot disconnect, but it is not disconnected. I cannot get the speed down either, by the way. Oh, we're not getting an overspeed. Oh, hell. Damn it. That's what that was. Gears down. Oh my god. See, there's too much going on. There's a little too much going on here, as you can probably see.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, we're tilted off to the right. We were going a little too fast. Get the reversers out. Oh, there's a plane on the runway.
80 knots.
Reversers are out. Man, there's a lot going on there. Daggone, there was a lot going on there. We were too fast. Floated down a little bit because of it, and I was tilted a little off to the right. Oh my goodness. That is such a short flight, but man. A lot going on. Alright. And this guy's slowing us down. Alright, flaps are being retracted. Flight director off. Damn it. Trying to turn. I had a feeling he might be there. Why can't you go off? There we go. Flight director off. I could... Clicking on it forever. Landing lights are off. Taxi light is on. Strobe is off. Not gonna worry about the AP or anything again. Let's see, where's the parking? Best area for parking. I think there's only parking down to the left. Although we could park over here. Kind of tempted to go to the right just so we can get away from this dude. I'll follow him to the left. We might as well just like park over somewhere like there. Like I say, I think it's a military... It used to be the international airport for Singapore, but they built a new one, from what I understand. And now this is run by the military or something? I don't know. Kind of looks like it the way it's set up. Although, obviously, that doesn't mean this is what it looks like in real life. Although it looks like that is actually more the area of the parking. I gotta say, it does look better. Alright. I need to redo this 747 view. It doesn't even load up correctly. Like, I gotta reset how it looks when you move around and everything. I have no... Like, I saved the views from last time and thought I could just load them up, and it does work, but it's got some things screwed up and it will not save correctly. Because I reset it all the time. Glad that guy's going over there. Man, that alarm was going off. I was like, what is that alarm? Like, the autopilot is not off. Because it was the same sound as the freaking landing gear. There's just way too much going on, man. Way too much going on for such a short flight. I'll go down here and park beside this guy. I hope there's enough room. Our wings not to hit. Make a wider turn. Man, my views, now it's off to the left. Oh yeah, we're not even close to him. Well, now I'm off to the right again. I don't get this plane. Not the plane, it's not the plane's fault, it's the EZDok's fault. Alright, that's close enough. Man, look how much bigger we are than that other plane. Good lord. We are a beast. Parking brake is on. And the fuel is cut. Lights are all coming off. Hear that dash 8 over there. Alright, turn that off. I think, turn that off. Alright, let's go to air hauler and we'll be done. Alright, here we are. Go ahead and unload this. Not a very good flight. I didn't know a short flight could be so difficult. Come on, air hauler. Whoa, we got some freaking thunder here. It's been storming all day. I think we've gotten like rain just constantly for like the past week, it seems. And we got rain and stuff lined up here for the next week. Tornado warnings and all kinds of crap going on here. Alright. Go to bank loans. Cancel that out. See what we got paid. Alright, so no, the first one was, I guess, Get to Wid was the big one. 1,092,000 and then 700. So basically 1.7 minus fuel. So we made a ton of money. Very, very good money. Now I'm kind of thinking, do we make a base over there in either Singapore or Kuala Lumpur? I don't know, because if not, am I going to have any flights from that area? Because I kind of like that plane. Maybe we can fly other planes as well, but it's kind of just there. Where are we? Here we are. There's Singapore right there. Yeah, there's not a whole lot around here. I was going to say if you make a base in Singapore or Kuala Lumpur is right in here, I believe. Somewhere around in here, so it's too close to Singapore to make two bases. We could do one because there's not anything else, no other bases around us. To the south, we got Australia and our base down there in Melbourne. And up here, what is that? Hong Kong? Yeah, Hong Kong. So there's nothing really around. We could put one in here. What other... we have this one at Shanghai. Kind of fun to fly. We've got one at JFK. Because I kind of like showing scenery. Places that we have scenery. I've got the MD-11 over at Istanbul, which is very nice. I believe that's Havana, which I don't really care about that. Juneau, for the MD-11. We still have to fly the Dash 8 from Majestic, which is a great plane. I don't know. We'll try and figure it out. But that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. And I'll catch you on the next flight.